Okay, tea sippers, we are back on an episode of Tea with V, and we have a legacy and an icon in the building today.
Is it hot? Is it cold? What degree? Spill the tea.
Vanessa, thank you so much for being here. She does not need an introduction, but she is the CEO and head designer of Vanessa DeLeon Associates, a powerhouse in luxury interior design and dominant figure in the luxury real estate world. You are a very special guest for me today because you've been an inspiration in many ways to my career that you probably don't even know about yet.
I don't know that.
And it is an honor to have you here.
Aww,
so thank you.
Thank you for having me. Yay!
Okay, let's just really get into it. So Vanessa and I really just had a full episode before we even had the cameras rolling. There's so much to talk about.
So much tea.
So much tea, and we're going to spill. I just want to address, we are women in the real estate luxury realm.
Yep.
And I just want to get right into it and address a big elephant in the room for young, successful, powerful, beautiful, smart women who are building businesses and know what they're doing. We have been put up against struggles of, we're in a male-dominated world, especially the industry. And I'm just going to say it like it is. Yep. We're often misconception if we're tough or we're stern or we're just direct and successful, called a bitch.
Right.
So let's talk about that.
So I can't tell you. I have endless stories, and we'd probably need another separate podcast for this.
Which we can do.
Which we can. On the beginning of my career, those were the trials and tribulations. Walking into a job site, especially commercial spaces.
Right.
And having these contractors, architects, engineers in the same room, and me having to sort of prove myself, because I would come in the room, you can see the roll of the eyes, sort of the disrespect of the industry,
right?
What's
this woman say?
Oh, she's walking in, she knows what she's doing.
Right.
And then you have to talk shop, and then you have to sort of outstage them, so then they have a little respect for you, and it's like this constant show that you have to put on. I'm like a showman all day long when you walk into these
Really?
spaces.
Wait, when the Taylor Swift Life of a Showgirl, I'm like, that is what we do.
Totally us.
But it's really funny you said that too, because it's like once you also get past that stage, it's not like you instantly win approval.
No.
You're not like, oh, okay, she knows what she's talking about. Then you almost become a threat.
Yes.
And then there's that.
Yes. And then it's all the layers.
It's very layered.
So it's a tough balance because inherently I'm not a bitch. As a matter of fact, when people end up meeting me, they're like, oh my God, you're so nice. And I'm like, what did you expect?
Right.
Like random people are like, I can't believe how nice you are.
I'm like, think that about you.
Yeah, but just like randoms. Like if I see someone and they follow me on Instagram and then I met them at an event or something, like, oh, you're so nice.
Right.
And I'm like, what did you expect?
Right.
So it's like that expectation is I'm like already a bitch. I don't even, maybe because I'm confident or, I've also been in this business 26 years.
That's crazy because you look like someone who just started, you look like someone who just started.
Thank you. It's a fountain of youth.
But it's also intimidation.
That's what it is. And it's mostly intimidation.
Like they build that story about you before they even get in the realm of you, so they can almost protect themselves or feel better or something.
Or they have a shield until they let it down. Or there's some people that don't even want to approach me.
Right.
And then I start talking to them and I'm like, oh my God, you're great. What's your business? And then I look and then they follow me. And I'm like, why didn't they tell me that they followed me?
I hate that.
Because they were probably...
They're silent watchers.
Yes, yeah. So I'm like...
That's the worst part.
Those are the worst ones.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, so you do... All right, so... And maybe it's their insecurities because they didn't want to say, oh,
it
I know
always
you.
is. Whenever I'm trying to lean into my religion a lot lately, and I was listening to something how they're just revealing themselves when that comes towards you. And it's hard to remember that when it's happening. I've dealt with a lot of this, and I know you have.
Yep.
And it's just a reflection of what they're insecure of.
100%.
What they're projecting onto you.
And I'm more spiritual, so I can definitely...
I love that. And I have questions for that because even not even getting to deep dive into each other and drinks and all that, which is coming, I just know that about you from very little things that you've said. And I have to say, meeting Vanessa is a warm hug for whoever thinks she's a bitch. People think I'm a bitch too, so... It's
definitely not.
It's okay. We can be one together. So my second leading question to this, I was also just listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about ambition and the evolution of ambition.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting because I never thought of the evolution of ambition because it truly has changed over the last few years, even decade.
Yep.
What do you think about how ambition has changed, and how do you define it for you?
Well, I think aside from ambition, first and foremost, obviously ambition got me where I am today. But I've always had this mantra. It's called the triple D mantra.
Oh, I love this.
I always say it's like not bra size.
Take notes. Love this.
It's drive, dedication, and discipline.
Drive, dedication,
and
yeah,
discipline.
you need all those D's.
All the D's. So any time that I had, struggles, or I lost all my money, or there was a job that I literally put all my energy towards and I lost everything, as much as I fell down, every time that I would say that triple D mantra, drive, dedication, and discipline, obviously that's the ambition I had to get kind of to the next level and the next space in my career.
Like because what picks you up.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And I've always, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Right.
I lived in a trailer.
Right.
People don't know that, right?
I would love you to tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a trailer. It didn't have the wheels. We were on stilts. So it had a beautiful view. It was in Edgewater before Edgewater was even Edgewater.
That's amazing.
And I actually live there now, full circle.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
It was like when I was reading Barbara Corcoran's book, one of her first ones.
Edgewater Diner. Yes.
And she talks about being on that hill.
So she called me. This is a crazy fun fact. So years ago, I had my office was on River Road. It was 934 and a half on River Road. She called me because she has a production company as well.
Right.
This was years ago. I didn't even really know who she was.
Right.
This was before like real estate really boomed.
Right.
So she calls me and she's like, "Hi," and it wasn't even like her assistant; it was her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hi, I'm doing this show on real estate and design, and I would love to interview you." And,
that's incredible.
And I'm like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm Barbara Corcoran." And I'm like, "Okay, great." And then years later,
were you like, "Holy shit"?
Well, I didn't realize it back then. We had the interview; it was great. The show didn't actually get picked up, but years later, I moved my office to the Starrett Lehigh building where Martha Stewart has her headquarters. By the way, I've always postured myself to be the next Latina Martha Stewart. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I love that. Yeah. Okay, I want to manifest that for you.
So Martha had an event at her office, and she invited all like the businesses, local businesses, and the women businesses in our building. And I was fortunate enough to attend this event, and Barbara was there. And after, I said, "Barbara, you want to know something funny?" She's hysterical, by the way. She's raw. She's
she
like
seems
legit,
it.
Cool.
She's been one of my constant icons
she's incredible.
Her story about her taking the money from her ex
$1,000.
Yeah, and then wanting the apartment right one floor above to be going up.
Yeah.
After he left for the secretary. Yep. Amazing.
Yeah. She's an incredible human being. I spoke to her after. I go, "Barbara, I have such a funny story for you, and I'm so embarrassed to tell you, but I have to tell you." She goes, "You know what? I remember that." Oh, yeah. It was like I'm like, "Oh my God!" She remembered a conversation we had years ago.
And
she would. She's an
That's
incredible
amazing.
human. Yeah.
That's so good to hear. Okay, so tell me about your childhood, where you grew up. What are those early years like for you, and what shaped you in those years to be the person you are today?
Well, I think it had a lot to do with my parents.
Right.
They came from adversity. My grandparents came here from Cuba. My father came here from Cuba in the Revolution.
Wow.
And they had hard times. And when they came here, obviously they left everything behind and they had to start over. Mm-hmm. So my grandfather built this furniture business. He sold furniture and appliances.
Okay, so
and TVs.
It's in your blood.
Yeah. So obviously furniture has been in my blood, but my father took over the business. But my dad's passion was always dogs. So he's a world-renowned dog trainer and breeder.
Wow.
Now. Always had been, but he did that to make money because in the world of dogs at the time, there wasn't really a business, so to speak.
Right.
So he did that.
Very niche.
And I put myself through college while working at the furniture store.
Okay.
So.
And where was the furniture store?
Prior to that, we did live in a small trailer on the Hudson River before River Road was ever even River Road. It was old River Road back then.
Right, because it was just the top one.
Yeah.
So that wasn't there at the bottom.
It was all like fill.
Right.
So we had a trailer. We lived there. My parents were trying to get into the dog business while simultaneously trying to work for my grandfather.
Right.
So
juggling it all.
Humble beginnings. And when I went to college, I wanted to be a fashion stylist. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be like what Rachel Zoe is today.
Right.
And when I was in school, I acquired this amazing position at a big fashion house. Graduated, acquired the job. While I was there, it was like the real life, the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is toxic energy.
And you make zero money.
Yes.
That was my first.
And I was okay with making zero money because I was like, I'll make it.
But there's no really working your way up unless you are a big fashion.
Well, my whole thing was I'll be a fashion stylist.
Right.
So I ended up working my way into this, trying to get a better position inside. And I realized that I'm never going to make it because all the women were super catty.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to get out of here.
It's not an industry for us.
It's like, it's so not. Because I'm such a girl's girl.
Yep. And no, you have to be, it's fake. A lot of it.
Yeah, it is. Like the girls, the girls that would go to happy hour together would end up talking to me about them
as soon as they leave the room. And I don't want to use the word cutthroat because it is, but so is real estate.
Yeah.
But it's like in a very superficial way.
I mean, I same holds truth, I guess, for design.
Yeah.
But I'm so not intimidated by anyone.
Yeah.
In my career,
yeah, you don't have a bone in your body like that.
Business for everyone. There's enough, the people that like have to like prove themselves and constantly have to like, oh, that was me, or oh, I designed this, I put this clock here. It's like, oh my God.
Enough.
It's like oh my gosh.
Sorry.
She's like, it's me.
Wait, so my phone's being set up right now?
Oh,
like
for what?
A new iPhone?
Oh.
And I have no control to get into it.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I don't know. Maybe just take it out of the room.
Yeah, maybe like powered it off.
Right, that was fine. I need to like adjust myself. Okay.
I'll throw those out.
Don't worry. We'll take care of it.
Okay. All right, ready?
Where were we? Oh, working.
Work.
Environment. I left.
You left.
I left fashion.
Okay, so what next?
Left fashion, went back to my dad's furniture store, trying to figure out what to do.
Right.
I was behind the 8 ball. I felt like all my friends graduated. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? And then people would ask me, hey, can you come over? I'm going to buy this furniture, but I want to know what colors to pick for the walls, drapery.
Because you just always had that in you?
In me, yeah.
Right.
Like I used to do all the displays at the store. I would design the furniture.
Right.
And it was innate in me. Like it was in me. Like that's something you can't teach. Like,
no. You can't. You have it or you don't.
Yeah, you don't. Right. So I would go to these homes and they were like, oh yeah, I want to knock down that wall and go up. And I'm like, I don't even know what a load-bearing wall was at the time. Right. So I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And I'm sure it'll look beautiful if you put a spiral staircase. And I'm like, all right, I need to go back to school. So I put myself through college again.
Where'd you go?
I went to FIT.
Okay.
And I minored in interior design courses at FIT.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, but I studied fashion.
Amazing. Okay.
That was my, that's what I graduated with. And then I went back and I went to Berkeley College.
Amazing.
While I was in school, I was like chomping at the bit to get out, right? I'm like, I need to start working.
You were just ready.
I was ready. So
the ambition in you is coming
that's
out.
Going back to ambition.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to open up my LLC. I opened up my LLC while I was in college, and I was obsessed with The Apprentice season 1.
Oh, I love that.
But I was obsessed. So I'm like, if I make it on The Apprentice, I can design all of, Trump's buildings. I had this whole thing of like, I would be the lead designer. I had all these things in my head. I was creative.
But that's how you manifest.
So I ended up getting selected out of 500,000 contestants to go to LA.
No way.
I was there. I met with Mark Burnett, Donald Trump,
Oh
the
my-
whole thing. It was pretty incredible.
What a dream
Yeah.
experience.
So I made it to the 7th day. People were going home 2nd, 3rd, 4th day. Finally, the 7th day, I'm in a room and it's 5 of us. And it's me, Bethany Franco, and the rest of the gang.
Oh, but I have like the chills.
So they were like, eh, Bethany was like, eh, like she was like, they were like all kind of like fighting with each other.
Right.
And I'm like, and it's so funny because we're not even allowed to talk to the mate. Like you can't. You're like quarantined in a room.
Wow.
You have a lunchtime at this time. You can't talk to anybody. So I didn't even know what they were fighting about.
Right.
So we're in this room and Mark Burnett is there with all the NBC execs. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. And I'm like, Mr. Burnett, do you mind if I start? And he's like,
Oh, I
and everybody
love
was like
that.
quiet. And I'm like, yes. I led the room, right? And he gets his
love that.
cards and he's like, Vanessa DeLeon? I go, yeah. I'm Vanessa DeLeon. I've been in business for 3 years. The whole thing,
Right.
the whole spiel. And I was like, oh my God, I did so good. And I'm mic'd to my PA. And he's like, after, he's like, you did amazing. You led the room, blah, blah. I get out, a couple hours later, I get a knock on the door. And it's the PA guy. And he's like, I opened up the door. But by the knock, I felt
You
like,
knew?
oh, I knew I didn't get it, right? So I opened, I knew it. I was like, his knock was always like, and this knock was like, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't get it. He opens the door. I open the door and he's like, I don't know why you didn't get it. And I'm like, I knew I didn't get it. I just knew by his knock. And I was so bummed because, I had all the things, the dreams, the ideas. I was set. So I go back home and I was completely bummed. And then there's always things that happen, right? I feel like in life, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Exactly.
Right? When I got back home, I had the opportunity working with Missy Elliott on a project literally the week that I got back. So I was like, oh, this is the
universe,
good.
the door's open.
I mean, and now I'm drinking the lemonade,
Yes.
right? So then the girl that was working for me, she's like, hey, V, there's something for HGTV. And I'm like,
Okay.
forget reality TV. I'm done with it because this is the beginning of reality
Right.
TV. So, and anyway, Bethany Frank, all the girls made it but me. It was one out. And
Okay.
It was me.
Okay.
But I was there 7 days.
The fact that you even were in that
Yeah.
door, in that realm,
Crazy.
is major.
I know. And
What was
when
your biggest takeaway from it?
well, first of all, I couldn't believe NBC's budget.
Oh, disgusting.
But to fly us all, we stayed at the Doubletree Hotel,
Right.
all food paid for. There was hundreds of us. And they had ink blot tests. Like, every test you can I'm surprised there wasn't an OBG, like doing a gynecologist.
No
like,
way.
Like, let me check your pap
Wait,
smear.
really?
Like, yeah, like literally every test you can possibly.
Oh my God, I did not expect
It was
that.
wild.
So not like a Bravo budget.
Yeah, this is not like, oh, you made it, you're crazy, let's
Right,
go. You know,
right,
it's like
right.
it's like literally they test everything there. So I made it to the 7th day. You know, background checks. They called my friends, some of my old employees. Wild,
Unreal.
yeah. So that was my takeaway. I'm like, holy shit, these people have a lot of money.
Insane.
That was back then. I think things are changing now.
Right. Probably.
But fast forward, I get home. I submitted the same video for The Apprentice. I submitted for HGTV. They used that footage for the commercial for HGTV, and they just flipped it
Oh,
around.
you're
You have to
right.
sign a waiver that
Production, yeah.
it's theirs. But I'm like, oh my God, they didn't call me and they used my video for their commercial.
Right.
So I was like really bummed. But then I get a phone call. Hey, you made it for HGTV Design Star Season 1. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
wait, there's no testing? Like,
Right.
you know, like, this
Like-
is like so opposite, right?
Right.
So I was like, oh my God, I made it to this show. Pack up your bags. You're moving to the Upper East Side. Packed up my bags.
Did you?
I did. I did the show. I did the first season, Design Star Season 1 for HGTV.
But you were on the Upper East Side.
I lived in the Upper East Side. And then the first challenge I won. The fourth challenge I was outed.
That's amazing.
But from there, my career opened up. Like Abrams Artist reached
Took
out
off.
to me. I was represented by Abrams Artist. I did a bunch of shows, Food Network, Restaurant Impossible.
Like
all
even
that.
before this, I guess, what was the first moment, like your gut feeling or your aha moment of like, I'm an interior designer, I'm successful, I can do this, I want to do this?
Well, obviously, when I was in college, I felt like I need to
Right.
label myself. What am
Right.
I? So I labeled myself as an interior designer, but I felt like,
You're more than that.
I'm more than that. I
Yeah.
want it to be like lifestyle.
Right.
I want it, like I always say, I'm like a multi-hyphenate,
I
right?
love that.
I want it to be a product. I want to be the next Latina Martha Stewart. Those are my goals.
No, you're going to be. We
Thank
said
you.
it.
We're manifesting it here today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I saged before. So
Yes,
it's
she
gonna work.
did. And that was my vibe because I love that she did that.
So I love what you're saying because, like I said, you've been an inspiration. I've been following your career. I hate that there's these lanes and people expect you to stay in one,
Yeah.
or that you have to label yourself and then that's just what you are, because the same way that you felt that way, like getting into real estate, I always knew I was going to do that. It was in my blood, like
Yep.
the furniture for you. And then, I had my stint in the city and then my father, and I've seen so much, but I knew that there's like always more.
Yeah.
Like it's not just selling a home.
You're that multi-hyphenate.
Right. And it's like, it's a lifestyle brand and it's luxury. And there's often days I wake up and I'm like, well, what am I doing? This makes sense. And you just said before it does, which means a lot, but like it goes beyond just furnishing somebody's home.
1,000,000,000%.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you speak more to that?
Well, I admire you too.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Ever since I found out about you, which was a while ago, I think, I don't know how it even.
We have a lot of connections.
Yeah, a lot of connections, and I'm like, this girl has it. Either you have it or you don't.
You're like making me want to cry. I love that. Thank you.
You truly have it, and I don't blow steam up anybody's rear ever. Like I tell it how it is, and you have the it thing,
Thank you.
that's hard to have. And people can try
Right.
to do these podcasts and like get into all these different ventures and try
Right.
all these different roads and avenues, but there's always some kind of cul-de-sac or like a dead end that just stops them. and then you stall, right?
Yeah.
Until you get back on the highway and you're like, okay,
Right.
where am I going now?
Exactly.
Right? But like you have like MapQuest, Waze, and like all the things that will get you there, even though if you lose like service,
I'll figure it
you'll
out.
figure it
I'm
out,
pretty
right?
savvy.
Yes.
I'm pretty
So
savvy,
you have that it thing, and it's very hard for people to kind of have that all. So that I would continue in this journey, whatever path you're taking, because you're doing all the things that make you different.
I really appreciate that. And the next biggest thing, because, the real estate professional, interior design is, I just got married, and then there's motherhood.
Yep.
We sat
Yeah,
down
yeah,
at
yeah.
dinner, though, at
Yeah,
an
yeah,
RA,
yeah.
and you're like, are you trying? But can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
So I just got married, and people are like, I'm waiting. Where's
Yeah, I
your
know,
kid?
I
Or
know, I know.
are you trying?
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, people really don't know how, offensive that is.
I know.
And it's not even like, oh, it's too personal, because I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
heart on my sleeve, I'll tell you anything.
Me too.
But it's just, we sat down and you said something to me in a way that literally you asked. I couldn't even tell you how, but it was like welcoming. It was
Right.
like you opened me the conversation for me to be open with you about what journey I was on.
Yep.
And like you did it in a way that it was like magic. Like I don't even know how you do that. So transitioning into motherhood, you have one beautiful, beautiful boy.
Yes.
Tell me about motherhood, business, and how is he the inspiration for it all?
Well, I'm going to start by saying I wish I did it sooner,
Okay.
because your career will always be there.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds super vague. And at the time when you have that momentum, you're like, hell no,
I need to
gotta
hear that.
ride. I gotta ride this wave.
Yeah.
But I felt and feel still to this day that wave would have still been here, probably even faster. I would have hit the spike of that wave and surfed like no one's business
Right.
if I would have done it earlier.
Yeah.
Because now the different ambition is that I have a legacy to leave for Telly.
That gave me the chills.
So
I love that.
I wish there was more
Yeah.
that I have a little girl that maybe can take over the design business.
Right.
And, we did put two in. I had my struggles. We had
Right.
Telly through IVF.
So you did IVF. Did you?
Yeah,
go
for
to-
many years we tried.
Right.
And many years we did IVF until he came into our life, and he's our miracle.
angel.
Yeah.
I love.
And he's
that.
the most incredible human being. He's a little wrestler.
Oh.
He has my personality and my husband's, which is weird because we're two type A's, but different type A's. Like I'm
wild.
like, butterfly. Like,
Right.
where's the wind taking me today? And my
Right.
husband's like, this is the schedule. We're gonna wake up, eat breakfast at 7:45. Like he's
That's
very
exactly my husband.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, and I'm like, "Do-do-do,
don't
you're
try.
Aquarius. Yeah.
Like don't try.
Yeah. And he has both of us in him. It's like so wild to
That's
see.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I did the embryo freezing right before
Yes.
we got engaged. I was gonna freeze eggs. I was 31 before I met my husband. I was gonna freeze them always. Then I met him, and it kind of got held off.
Yep.
And then we got engaged, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I also have an autoimmune, so there's some health things. And then I was 33, and I was like, you know what? I know we're gonna get married, so we just made the embryo.
Okay.
So my dad's hysterical, but he's like, can I go visit my
Yeah.
grandchildren on
in the
ice?
freezer. Yeah.
So they're there, and I'm just, I've been dreaming about motherhood since I'm little, and it's crazy because it's like you, I'm so ambitious and driven. Like I actually can't even sit down and relax without guilting myself for not doing something.
And you're gonna have those guilty moments just leaving the house to go to work.
Right?
You're gonna be
How did it feel?
So, when I had him, I'm like, oh my God, this is what it's all about. Every once in a while at work, I'm like, oh, what's it all about? And
Right.
one of my employees brought me a book. And it was like, this is all about book. What's it all about?
I love that.
It's hysterical.
I
It has
knew
like
that.
fun facts.
Yeah.
But at that moment when he came out and he was brought to us, I was like, wow, this is what it's all about. And I'm like, what the hell? Why did I wait so long?
Right.
Because, you hear like, you'll never feel love like this before. And like all the
Right.
things. I'm like, okay, yes, of course. It's a child. Look,
Yeah.
I love my dogs.
Right. That's how I feel. It's like
tops
unreal.
it a million times.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
So there was regret. Why didn't I have this sooner? Why didn't I do this sooner? We were always so driven and focused on business, but the business will be there. If you have what it takes, the business will always be there.
It will always be in you. You can do that at like 80 years old.
At any age.
So you and your husband have been together for how many years?
We've been together 13 years
So
and married 11.
you've built together, right?
Yep.
Tell me about, the start of you guys in that journey?
So, fun fact, Bobby was an attorney for SNC. He used to do M&A work for many years.
Oh my gosh.
He left, went back into he's Greek, the diner business. And then him and his dad kind of reopened their Jersey City, the OG, the brownstone pancake place.
Right.
And then, the Greek tragedy, dads and sons
Of course.
can't work together
I get
all the
family
time.
business. It's not
Well,
for
it's
hard.
for the faint of hearts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he ends up wanting to leave because his dad didn't want to do smashed avocado toast. He's like avocado toast. Yeah, too expensive.
It's always about the death by avocado.
Yeah. So then he's like, all right, I had to figure it out. So we were together when he was figuring it out. And we would always go jogging along River Road. And there was this place called Vespa's. It had been closed down for a while. And I'm like, what about this building? What about creating your own thing?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, there's no parking. I'm like, whatever.
Right. Figure it out.
Figure it out, right?
That's
So that's to me.
That's how things get done though sometimes.
Well, the figuring out was pretty traumatic, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So we just did it. I designed them. He did the menu. We did it together, the first one. And we created the Brownstone Pancake Factory. We did the new logo and the new design, the whole new thing. And we opened the doors. And because there was no parking, it created a parking lot on River Road that went all the way to the George Washington Bridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was wild. So then obviously.
Talk about free marketing.
Yes. So you remember the club you couldn't get into because there was a line wrapped around the building.
That's the one you want to go to.
That's the one you want to go to. So what very much was, there's a saying that my husband loves. Things happen for you, not to you.
I love that.
And the fact that there was so much hype because we didn't have parking, that was the holdup, right?
Right.
Obviously, the food was good, and there was something new in town, and the design was awesome, and it was all the things. But ultimately, what really created the buzz was that the buildup was going all the way to Fort Lee.
Right.
So that was the whole.
The fuck is this place?
And they're like, oh, I got to try it. Do you know somebody? How do you get in there?
I mean, I'm one of those people.
Right.
I moved out of the city in COVID, and I moved to River Road.
Okay.
And also when me and my husband started dating.
Okay.
And we would be driving and we'd be,
what was going on? Are they giving you free pancakes there?
There's always a line. There's literally always a line. Like, why is it so hard to get into? It's so hard to get into. Everybody knows. It's it is epic, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
It's amazing.
So that's what created the buzz. And the cops would always show up and then would have to do these barricades, and there was tons of cops. So it created this all the newspapers were like, what's going on there? And the buzz happened because of that.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you step in, it's a whole experience, right?
It really is. Oh my gosh.
So, and my husband runs things very efficiently, very organized. We have osmosis water in the building.
That is so
People don't
unreal.
know that.
No.
And I'm like, Bob, talk about the osmosis water.
Yeah,
He's like,
people want
milkshakes,
No, people want to.
So the coffee's made with osmosis water.
Okay.
But that
is major.
That's how anal retentive to the 10th power my husband is. There's nothing that freezes or stays overnight. All our batteries use same day. It's all measured, all calculated. And we opened up Englewood Cliffs.
I love.
We
that
had the opportunity
too,
of opening that purchasing that building. So the next ones were all purchased properties with building. He's like he watched the movie with McDonald's. What's his name?
Oh, I forget.
Roy. Oh my God, what's his name?
Oh my God. I forget.
Roy Kroc.
Yeah,
make sure you put this up.
We'll add it in.
Yeah. Roy Kroc. I think it's Kroc. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, this is the thing. And I'm like, all right, now let's franchise these. You know? But then he's scared of franchising because then you get lost in the sauce.
What's next?
So either a couple more and maybe a big VC company buys us out, or he keeps one baby.
Right. And it becomes really.
Yeah.
So you and your husband are one of the coolest vibes, I feel like.
Oh,
not only just aesthetically, but you can tell you guys exude love and good energy. And truly, before we even really get to know each other, I know that you're into health and wellness and spirituality, and that is very important in our household as well. Everyone was joking at our wedding that in our vows we talked about pasteurized eggs, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, having that type of lifestyle. Where we like it all. I still love my martinis and Cosmos, but nothing the
it's a
osmosis
balancing
water
act.
thing speaks to me.
Yeah.
So how do you, like, exactly, like, unless somebody buys you out, how do you keep those firm, like, beliefs and core values you guys have while integrating them into both of your businesses?
Well, it's hard in the restaurant business, right? We don't have pasteurized eggs, but we have cage free.
Yeah,
and I know there's like all these,
Right.
By the way, we're building a house and we're going to make a chicken coop.
Like that, I love.
Yeah. I wish I could make it big enough to serve all the brownstones, but then
Right.
the FDA has to get involved, and
No,
that's a whole thing. Yeah.
But even just like
So,
your beliefs and your values of like wellness and your energy exudes through both of your businesses.
Yes. So I think feeling mentally healthy,
Yeah.
physically healthy, also exudes in the work that you put out.
Right. Of course. Of course.
So Bobby's very much into working out. So am I.
Mm-hmm.
And we had those things in common. And that's part of our routine.
Right.
Like we eat healthy, all the food. I cook. A
Yeah,
lot of people are
me
like,
too.
wow, you cook too? And I'm like, yeah, I do like the 10-minute meals.
Yeah.
So
No, we eat 90% of our meals at home.
yeah.
Surprising to people
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
love going out, but
I mean, I love going out too.
Me too.
Yeah. We have our cheat days
but
and
it's
stuff.
balance.
It's the balance.
Like
And
you
I-
have
yeah.
to do both.
Yeah,
Life's meant
inside-
to be lived, right?
100%. And inside the house, I try to use aluminum-free deodorant, all the things,
Me
right?
too.
Because I'm very
As much
cognizant
as
of
we
it
can.
as much as you can. Because when we walk outside, there's toxic in the air, right? So it's just like trying to balance it all out. And I also believe in like essential oils and frankincense. I believe it's a
Same.
cancer healer.
It
Like,
is.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things. I rub it on my feet at
We are-
night and on my back. And
I sleep with castor
yes,
oil
me
packs.
too. I
Oh
do
my
too.
gosh.
I do too. Right in my belly button.
So I have benign tumors that wrap around my left
remember
knee.
you telling me that, yeah.
And I used to literally just soak myself in frankincense. And I swear I
Did it
shrunk
work?
my tumors. Yeah, I
I'm
swear to
telling
God.
you.
That's like a
Yeah.
whole nother story,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I literally had a resident at Sloan Kettering say to me, you can eat McDonald's every day and nothing will change. I said,
is so
fucking watch
crazy.
me.
Yeah.
And I went on a 6-month, like from one of my first MRIs there, like didn't eat anything that if it didn't come out of the ground, like
Right.
whole from the ground.
Yeah.
I did everything like to the max. And my tumor before the surgery shrunk less than half of its size.
Wow. The only thing that tumor feeds off is basically if your your body needs to be alkaline,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's acidic, a lot of meat,
Yep.
sugar is like
Processed, the
processed
devil,
anything
yeah.
processed. Sugar is like the devil. But I eat a lot of fruit, but that's good sugar. So
Of course,
it's like that
yeah.
again. The
and
balance.
that's also propaganda. When
Yeah.
they're like, oh, red meat causes cholesterol, or all
Yeah,
this sugar,
yeah, yeah,
fruit
yeah.
causes, like, no, just
It is all
think
propaganda,
back
yeah.
to like the cavemen.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yep.
it. But I know we're going on our
Yeah,
tangents,
yeah, yeah.
but like this reminds me of my first question about ambition.
Yes.
I was thinking about this all morning before we sat down. Because everything that we're talking about, I think for me or for many people, even early on, like when you think of ambition, right? And you're like, drive, success, make money, drive nice cars, or buy a house, whatever. But ambition has completely shaped for me in
Yep.
the same way that you're describing, where, the fancy cars and bags, like all that's beautiful and nice,
Yep.
doesn't do anything for me. And like when I picture and visualize my dream life and what I'm working towards with my husband and building our family is like a chicken coop in the backyard.
Yep.
Having
That gets you excited.
sourdough we make,
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
kids that are running around, an antique home that we put
Yes.
our love into,
Yeah.
like, things
By
like
the way, I can see you in a Victorian house.
that's all I want.
Yeah,
It's my
I didn't
dream.
know that,
Yeah.
but I see you in that.
It's so
Yeah.
when we get these like one-off historic homes,
There's so many in this town.
my dad's
obsessed.
like, okay, but I'm like, so we sold this one that was one of my favorites. It was on Magnolia Ave in Tenafly. It was in the historic district. It was just
The one in the corner,
It's
the haunted one.
no, it's
Okay.
a little in from the corner, but it was like it looked like it was like an acre back. Like you barely
Okay.
see it from the street. And like that is my jam. Like I love the
I can see you in
history.
that.
I love the creaky wood
Yes, yes,
floors.
yes.
Like obviously I want to modernize it with like a Le Cornu
Yep.
stove, but like
I see like wrapping a room in complete one color.
exactly, yep.
Yeah.
All the wallpaper,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
love. I want stone on some part of the outside
Yeah.
of the house, like old cobblestone.
I
Like,
can see
love
that. I totally see that. Yeah.
Like I'm not really a modern. I like modern luxuries,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
really a modern.
Gal.
Yeah, I'm born in a different time. Like in our house, it's only like old school jazz playing or like Stan
Love
Getz
that.
or like literally.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's my vibe too. Like I'm always like a little bit like people are like, what's your style? I'm like, it's called glamalistic. It's a fusion of glamour and
love that.
minimalism, but it's like
Glamalistic.
with an I.
Define it.
Yeah. So it's like downtown, downtown, like raw meets uptown chic.
Love that.
And I think I even like exude that in fashion, in my
Yes.
designs. Like there's a little bit of like masculinity with like femininity and
Yep.
and like nice kind of juxtaposition of both, but they look like they're like in unison. Like I
I
don't
love
know,
that.
It's like
You do it well.
Yeah.
And now I was going to ask
Thank
you
you.
that too in the beginning when you were talking about going onto the construction sites and proving yourself to men. Like, there are women I know that dress the part to try and fit in, and I've never altered from that, and you definitely
No.
haven't, and I think
Yeah.
that is so admirable. Like,
thank
I almost do it more.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay, so your motherhood. Okay, there's a myth that women have to choose, which we were talking
Yes.
about, between motherhood and ambition, which you said to bridge the gap. But how do you really like justify that to do both? I know, like, is it still just the he's my why, or what is the clear answer for that?
So again, it's building that legacy for him, and you know, there is that delicate balance of how do you do it all,
Right.
And can you achieve it all? The answer is like I don't really have an answer for that.
Right.
I know that there has to be some kind of balance.
Yeah.
Right. So I know that Saturday and Sunday it's just mommy and Telly day. We call it mommy and Telly day.
I love that.
So because my husband works double shifts on Saturday and Sunday,
Right.
it's just he and I. And we're doing, you know, last week we went to the city and I surprised him. So I had a driver drive us and we would go to all these stops and like next we're doing this.
Like his favorite stops.
Yeah.
What
So
are
we went,
some?
we went to that Color Me Splash
Yes.
thing in Soho and
Yeah.
then we went to the Lego store
Oh
and
my
then
God,
we
of
went
course.
to Italy and then we had a date.
That's
we had
like
a date
a
night.
beautiful day.
Yeah, it was great. And then we came home, we opened up the Legos and we built
Right.
them. And so he knows that mommy and Telly days are very special.
And you're just with him.
That's it. And, you know, I try to be cognizant and not being on my phone, but, you know, I'm very much passionate about work. So
Well, you
I'm
have to
always on
answer
it.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
I have to
course.
answer.
Yeah.
But I do it in a way that he's not noticing or whatever, so I can be present in those times. And then during the week, I make sure that I'm there for like the big events. If he has something that wrestling's his big thing. Like my
Right, you're
husband,
there.
right now, my husband's ambition or his next thing or his triple D is my son.
Got it.
Like
I
he's
love
almost
that.
like work is good. It's,
Right.
it's
Like,
it's
it's
run
able
like
to
a
flow now,
well-oiled
yeah,
machine.
yeah.
And he's my everything. Like
That
he's
is
his next
so
ambition.
amazing.
So he wants to be a present dad. His dad wasn't present. Like all the things.
That's more
and
motivation.
there's also a delicate balance there because my husband's the way he is because of his upbringing.
Right.
So it's like he wants to be a present dad, but his dad wasn't really present because he was always working.
Right.
So there's that
And showing
fine
him that,
line.
yeah.
Yeah. So and I get that too, but he knows like
It's going to reflect in
Yeah,
your son, though.
yeah.
In the
I
most
hope so.
positive way. Absolutely.
Yesterday I came home around 6. He's like, "You're home early." You're home early. And I'm like, "I was gonna cook you dinner. Is that okay?" It's just so cute because
It is.
he knows I work a lot.
Right.
You know?
I love that. Well, you're showing him your
Right.
legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
His legacy.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to, or switching gears to interior design world.
Yes.
People see the final reveal, right? Like in your projects, especially, like they don't often even see the before of like the dump sometimes that we get. And they see the final reveal, but not the leadership. What's something about running your firm that people don't realize?
Number one, even my husband, and he knows because he loves design. He always thinks I pick colors all day. That's his thing. Oh, all you do is pick colors all day. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah,
wish. It's probably the least thing I do.
I'm coloring,
Actually,
exactly.
yeah. Speaking of, I have a coloring book that I want to give you, and we published like a little coloring book, but I'll give it to you before
I
we
used to
leave,
do
so.
coloring books like adult.
Oh, it's an adult coloring
I
book.
love
Oh my
that.
god, amazing. So yeah, channel
You
that I said
really
spirit.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Okay.
Where were we?
What don't people realize when running your
Oh
firm?
yeah. So people don't realize
You're not coloring all day.
I'm not coloring all day. The back end stuff.
Yes.
The dealing with the different personalities, whether it's the contractor, the architect, because you have to be careful with egos. If you
We were
change
just talking
something,
about
the
this,
reason
yeah.
why. The clients, the husband and wife, the wife and
Oh,
wife.
that's a lot,
The husband and
right?
husband. You're also a psychologist.
Don't you realize sometimes you're like, well, don't you guys communicate?
Right. They don't.
No.
But I know that firsthand because my husband and I are building a house.
Okay.
And for example, he's like, "Oh, you're going to be mad. I need to talk to you." And I'm like, "What do you need to talk to me about?" The framer. I'm like, "I spoke to him this morning. I know." Like he didn't know that I already
That
spoke
you
to
guys
him.
already spoke.
He's starting a week later instead of this week. I already
Right.
spoke to him. So,
Right.
so I get that because husband and wives or wives and wives and husband and husband, like they're literally 2 ships in the night sometimes.
Honestly, because you're both running shit.
You're running, yeah. So it's like, it's hard to have that sit down communication unless it's a date night or something, right? And it's like, okay, this is what happened during the week. And I write things down. I'm like, I got to talk to him about this.
I make a list too.
I'm like, I have to do it. For our date night, I literally have a list. I'm like, all right, Telly did really good in wrestling, right? Okay, that one's off. Hey, this guy, his bill's going to come in next week, so that has to get paid. And, so I go through the list, right?
This is how to keep it alive.
Yeah.
How to keep it good.
But yeah, there's a lot of that. And I know that firsthand because, and I built all his restaurants. So there's times that we didn't communicate and then things happen. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that was happening.
Like even with my father and I and just working as partners in business, like it's like we have to many times either tell Adrina, Michael, Evan, because we're not telling each other, but and then I'm like, we're wasting time by having all these separate conversations.
Yes.
So I understand that.
Happens all the time.
In the spirit of that, all these moving parts and then like all the behind the scenes, how do you stay inspired through all of it?
So I stay inspired by traveling.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I speak to that.
Yeah. So I just came back from Amsterdam, Paris, going to Art Basel in December, January going back to Paris.
I might be going. Let's
talk.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of events happening.
Yeah.
So traveling.
Right.
I think
It
old
centers
movies.
Old movies.
Old
I love
movies,
that. Tell
yeah.
me more about that.
I think going back to like the 80s and the 70s, like just even having it on while I'm working, even
Right.
if I'm not paying attention to the movie,
Right.
there's just things that you catch like, oh my God, that damask fabric. How cool would that be to put it in a modern,
Oh,
you
I
know,
love
like
this.
things like that.
Yeah.
It's like definitely that.
Right.
Fashion inspires me, going
Yeah.
to fashion shows, like travel, like when I was in Paris, like walking through the streets, I'm like, oh my God, this is
All
like
you have to do is
amazing.
look
Yeah.
at the beach, like sit and
Yeah.
have your cappuccino
Yeah.
or wine and watch.
And New York. I
Yeah.
mean, we're in the Mecca, right?
We
I
are.
mean, cluster of gum. I always say a cluster of gum can inspire me for a new like rug collection.
That's incredible.
So it's like, it's all the little things. It's all the little nuances.
I love that.
Yeah.
Travel is my biggest one. I would say you're right. Also, it recenters me.
And by the way, you can travel with a child. So I just want to put that out there because people always think that they're going to lose that.
This.
Yeah.
I just went to Palm Beach just for the weekend with my husband to like just get alone time.
Yep.
Like we're just
Yep.
pretty
I'll be in
busy.
Palm Beach in March.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
It really is.
Be at the Breakers.
The Breakers.
Yeah.
Okay, so we used to stay there, and I love the Colony. I just
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Maybe I should try that. My girlfriend does this like Dancing with the Stars thing for a charity, and maybe I'll stay there because I heard great things.
I have the number of the manager connected.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna connect. So they do this thing. Oh my God, I'm blanking on her name. She's major, and I follow her. She just rebought the Colony. Like I don't know, maybe 10 years.
Yeah,
I forget.
it's been redone or
She
renovated,
redid it.
yeah.
She rebranded. The branding is so fucking on point. It's insane. Like
So cool.
insane. And then she started this thing because she's a woman entrepreneur in business called the Living Room series. So she made her lobby. She didn't want it to be called a lobby or feel like lobby. She wanted it to be called a living room. So you walk in and you're in the living room. And it
That's
truly,
cool.
like I had my shoes off the other day and I was sitting on the sofa playing cards with my husband. Like feels like a living room.
That's cool.
And she does these talks. I think they're on Thursdays or whatever, and different women entrepreneurs speak.
Wow.
And she has lunches, and it is such like I get inspired when I go.
Wow.
It is such. It's a very women forward. Like, but
That's
my
cool.
husband really enjoyed it. The staff makes you feel like you're just part of the family, like you're at a home. Like the Kennedys used to stay there back in the day, and they wanted to keep that feeling of like families come and you feel like you're at a home.
Wow.
And it just, I have some numbers to share with you. It's
Okay.
really impressive. I was actually listening. So Michael was like on calls when we got there, and I was listening to one of the lunches of the women who like poured over from after the lunch or the lecture. And she was, if I can ever get this out to anybody, I'm looking for this woman. She was talking about how there was a niche, there was a hole in the market for cowboy boots that were affordable, like luxury looking ones. Like they were either at this end of the spectrum or this end. And so she invented them. Like she came out with prototypes and whatever. And she took one picture of them and posted on Instagram. She said she had no presence, but she did like a giveaway. And she got 11,000 followers in one day.
Wow.
But it was like all women just like speaking on branding, or there are interior designers. I know Augustinus was there, Victoria Beckham. Like they have really
That's
cool
cool.
different things. So I'm going to share that with you. But
Yes.
it's very girly. It's inspiring.
I love it.
It's so good. So speaking of, they're very dog friendly.
Okay.
So I said in my head to myself
Self.
and to my husband, I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, if we can bring, I know this is not the same, so don't come for me for people who have children, but in my
I get what you're
head,
saying.
if we could bring our little dog and I could just know that I'm traveling with something else that's breathing, that's not me, that I'm going to prove to myself the second I pop out a baby, we're going back to Europe.
100%.
So we did it. And I was like, okay, we did it.
Good.
So
it wasn't bad, right?
It wasn't, no,
Kept
it was
the dog
nothing.
under the chair.
We were like so happy.
Yeah.
But like, I know that's nothing like a baby, but it was just I don't know why that was in my head that I can do it.
That was always a big thing for me.
Tell me.
Yeah, because I didn't want, I'm like, oh, if you have a kid, you can travel. I'm like, nope, I'm going to figure it out. So I figured it out to the logistics of how to get off the plane.
Right.
And be able to have like a stroller that was like,
Easy.
like easy.
Yeah.
And then making sure that wherever we were, there was already a car seat because I didn't want to travel with the car seat and then have to check in the car seat. There's like little weekend getaways we do that we just want to bring a carry-on.
Right.
Down to like how I would pack the formula in a way that's in my carry-on. It was like it was a legit science.
All right,
in
I'm
my
definitely
head.
gonna be calling you for that. But like to your the second the baby's out, I want to go to Italy.
Yeah, and you should do it. Like the baby should be in Italy.
Sit in a house that we rent on a farm. In Tuscany and drink
My
wine.
girlfriend Lindsay, she owns Perlay Salon. She's an incredible. I feel like you guys have to connect.
Okay.
I feel like you would love her vibe. She would love yours. She loves going to Italy. That's her jam.
Me too.
But they go and they go like all out. So they had the baby. She went to Italy.
Yeah.
Like
that's what
as a matter of fact, they had the second one. They went to Italy.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I also I always lose weight when I go to Italy, and I've
Because
never eaten
there's-
more.
yeah.
And
The food's
I
great
always feel
there.
better. Like
Yeah.
I just come back like a better version of myself.
Yep. Because we're like
Someone said to me the other day, "Well, do you think you'd really like pick up and go?" I go, "In a fucking heartbeat."
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. And it
Yeah.
would be like we bought an old, rundown piece of property that we're fixing up, like
that you could get for like 500 euros,
Literally.
500,000 euros.
Literally on a
it's like a castle.
yeah. And I have an olive oil tree
Yeah.
farm and
Yeah.
all that.
You're
Okay.
like 45 minutes out from the city. It's
Exactly. Exactly. So, okay, I just want to talk future now.
Yes.
You have a furniture collection
Yes.
coming in 2026.
Yep.
Please announce it and give us your inspiration behind it.
So it's a company called iCults. They're in 110 countries.
And tell people how it's
Worldwide.
spelled. And we'll tag it.
Oh gosh, the spelling EICHHULTZ.
Correct.
iCults. So they're incredible. Fun fact story, and this is going to be a fast one.
Love fun facts.
Okay. So about 15 years ago, I went to Amsterdam because I worked on this famous DJ called Layback Luke.
So
he had a
cool.
house in New York and he had a house in Amsterdam, and they flew me out there to do his home, him and his wife. Went to a few furniture stores and I'm like, let me venture out. I heard about this really cool company, iCults, through another designer from Amsterdam. From the city, it was like maybe 35, 40 minutes out. Go to this place and it was like unbelievable. It was
my God.
unbelievable. I'm like, oh my God, do you have this in the States? Like in the United States? No, we don't plan to bring it in the US.
Right.
We're more like, in the Europe market.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this is amazing. I took a picture of myself in a mirror.
Okay.
But I was holding their book. So then years later, I'm in High Point, North Carolina at the furniture show. I walk into the space and I'm like, the music was like soulful house music.
Oh my God, I love
I'm
that.
Like the smell,
Yes.
the furniture. I'm like, this is like deja vu. I sat down and I'm like, wait a minute. I go to Amsterdam on my phone because
Yeah.
and I zoom in and it's iCults. I'm holding the iCults book.
Again, you keep giving me the chills.
Yeah, this is how like life is like
It
full
really
circle.
is.
And I'm like, oh my
What?
God. So there's a sales associate. Hi, can I help you? You okay? I'm like, you don't even know what happened. So
You're like having a full moment.
I manifested this for you. You were supposed to be here.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. And their PR girl, this incredible human, Alyssa, she was like, she's a gem. She's like a publicist, but she works for them also. And her and I just kind of hit it off. And then years later, they saw me speaking at another furniture company's event in High Point. And they're like, listen, after this, we want to talk to you. And I'm in the licensing game. I have a few lines currently.
Right.
But this is mega.
This
This
is
like
next
case
level.
goods, like
This is
110
next level.
countries, next level. And it happened.
That is
And I'm like,
real.
I can't believe, like, I couldn't be with I can't imagine, like, you were like, give me like whoever. Like, for example, they make lighting for restoration hardware.
That's so
You know,
unreal.
like, but, and it's like not even the
couldn't have
best
even
stuff.
dreamed this.
Yeah, this is mega.
Right.
So I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm literally living the dream that I've always manifested. I've done the vision
Wow.
boards. I do the Tony Robbins.
I do too,
all that.
and I'm like,
yeah.
is it gonna? It works.
It does. Everything on there.
But
is-
like, this is next level.
yeah.
That is end
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
I'm so
So,
proud,
yeah.
and I'm coming to whatever event.
Yeah,
is launching that.
we're launching it in Manhattan.
Oh my
So it's
gosh.
inspired by architecture, interior design, and
Give us
fashion.
any sneak peek into?
I could probably give you like a sketch.
Okay,
and we can have
We'll
it
share.
for the podcast.
Can you-
yeah,
in like few sentences, how would you describe what's coming?
glamalistic.
I love that. That is you. What is the okay? All right. So I actually just asked you that. So speaking of like how we've been speaking the whole time on manifesting,
Mm-hmm.
I know that we're like the same souls in the
Yep.
sense of wellness
Yep.
arena. I want to know, and I do know that you love your self-care indulgences and massages at home, which
Yes.
I'm a fan of.
Yes.
What does self-care mean to you beyond the relaxation? Because everyone has a different definition of that.
I think self-care for me is just even breathing. I think that it just it resets you.
Yeah.
Right? So I believe in chakras and like kind of realigning your chakras. Being in the spotlight always and being, doing a presentation. I did 2 presentations yesterday. They were both 3 hours each, or one was 2.5, one was 3 hours. It takes a lot of energy out of your body.
It really
Simple
interactions even do sometimes.
It's the dog and pony show, and to keep that
Yes.
going is hard.
Life of a showgirl.
Yeah. So, you have to kind of realign yourself, and you need to go into
Constantly.
like this meditative state. Even though like I'm a crazy Gemini, I don't meditate because I start thinking about, I have to go and I forgot to go to the bathroom.
Right.
And then you think
It's
of all
hard,
the
yeah.
things, and it's hard to meditate
Right.
and being in that space. But I know that doing it is going to realign me, and that's why I get like my girl Jen. She comes to my house. She's an incredible masseuse, and
We'll tag her and pimp
yeah,
her
she's
out.
incredible. She comes to my house, and like we're like on a regiment, like
I love that.
we're on like a schedule, and she's now doing lymphatic, and I
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
yeah.
That's
So by the way,
major.
whole new level. First of all, when you get out, you drink a lot of water after.
Oh, it's like, no, it's out of body
And
experience.
It is. I'm like,
Yes.
it's kind of not painful because like, it's kind of like hard a little bit. I'm like so sensitive. But what you feel like after is it's
Euphoric.
amazing.
So
amazing.
I usually get like monthly at least massages. I don't like all
Yeah.
that. And I have been off track. And it's like, it's so funny because when you derail, like my body shuts down. It's
Yeah.
like, stop. Like
Yeah.
you can't go on.
Yeah.
So
You get sick?
I get
Get a sore throat?
No, I am
You
sick.
get pimples?
I'm actually dealing with like gut issues right
Yeah,
now. It's like
yeah.
a whole separate
Yeah.
thing. So I'm dealing with that, obviously under control. But I like let it slip for like a little bit. And it's like, I'm a mess. So I just recently called my girl, and Maria Spear she is, and she comes to the house, and she just started doing lymphatic.
Okay.
I was getting like 2 times a month massages leading up to the wedding, like more just stress too and trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
sleep.
yeah.
And she just started lymphatic,
So
and I
good.
haven't had one in like 8 to 10 months.
It's game
probably.
changing, right?
I was like, wait. I was like, you have to see yourself out. I can't move. I felt
Yeah.
like you just drugged me. I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in euphoria.
I know.
Like literally, like my body just melted. It was the best night of sleep.
It really is.
And yeah, you're peeing for like 48 hours.
And it's okay because
Yes.
it's like almost like this toxic thing, and then put castor oil in your belly button like after that, and it's like done.
Okay, I'm manifesting something. I just had like what is it when you see into the future?
Yeah.
So one day we are gonna collaborate. I'm like, one of those like places upstate, one of them
Yes.
just opened called like the Ranch or
Yes,
something. They're beautiful.
yes. Yeah, my girlfriend and I were talking
We're gonna
about
have a full like
good
wellness
idea.
weekend that we throw, and it's like all of our
All of
woo-woo
our
stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And like
Such
a good group of
idea.
women.
Yes.
I love it.
that.
And like you drink green juice and wine.
I love it.
Like there's no like
we'll call it the yin and yang.
I love that.
The balancing act.
Oh, we just made something. Okay, sign up now. A year in the making.
Information below.
I love that. Okay, well, no, we're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the balancing act. That's
This
cute.
I want to know from you, because speaking of all this, what is the craziest thing you've done in that arena to like align chakras or get healthy or wellness? Like, 'cause you try everything.
Yeah. I went to this new guy that apparently he was like a guru in chakra healing. And I was on the bed, and he's like, okay, I'm putting the rocks on you, and I wasn't in one of those moods that I was just like, oh, I have so much shit to do. Why did I do this today? And I wasn't really focused, and I wasn't really giving it my all. Because when you're in those moments, you also have to be in the moment, right?
Right.
To really deeply like exude all that stuff, all that greatness.
Right.
And I wasn't really paying. I'm like, yeah, the rocks, And then all of a sudden, my blood pressure dropped, and I almost fainted on the table. And I started seeing the aura. I fainted before, so I know when it's coming and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna feel
water.
well.
Yeah.
Give me water. And he's like, you needed that. He's like, as soon as I put the rock on he put it on my stomach, and then he like did his thing over it. He's like, he didn't know who I was. He's like, you're someone that a lot of people look at, and you're someone that a lot of people like want your energy, like just want to be with you, good or bad.
Yeah.
It could not be in a bad way.
Right.
They're just like, okay,
You're
give me
needed
more.
in a lot of places
and
too.
that takes out your energy. And now I'm trying to bring that back in.
Wow.
And it's like, and I'm like, holy shit. And I always believed in it, but I always like,
Yeah, right.
is it hokey pokey? All right, whatever. It makes me feel good.
But I'll try it. Yeah.
Right there, I was like, this is real.
It works. Yeah.
It works.
Wow. What was the rock?
It was a white crystal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So really restored.
Yeah.
I love
but it's
that.
what he was doing and where, because I guess with the heat of his palms, because he had a few different. I don't think he did the full chakra, like, you could put in your throat chakra. I think he did his chakra thing first, and then he put the rocks on.
Right.
And he moved from that location. if anybody knows a really good chakra healer, I need a new one.
I will get a name of somebody. And there's this guy I go to. Oh my God. Zev. Z-E-V.
Okay.
He's like a witch doctor. He's not like, he's just magic. I don't even know. He came from chiropractic background, but he's like a healer.
Yeah.
And
I'm
he's in
down.
the city. He's on the Upper East Side.
And then I got into like this whole like wellness thing, and now I go to an anti-aging wellness doctor, and I'm doing all the things to kind of keep me young and fresh and healthy. And
why not? We have it at our fingertips.
we have it at our fingertips, and my son is 7. So I want to be able to keep up with
course.
him. I want to go to his first bar with him. Like,
exactly.
I want to be the cool mom. So
And
I
you're
want to
gonna
look the part too.
You're going to keep traveling to Europe with him.
Yep.
Oh, but I love that.
Yep. I want to dance on tables with
We're
him.
biohacking our way through life now.
That's right.
Just be smart about it.
Yep.
Okay. That is amazing. I could keep talking.
I
But
know,
we're going
me
to end
too.
it with some fun this or that.
Okay.
Before we end it. But I want to keep talking. I just know she has appointments to go to.
Yeah. It's all
Okay.
good.
This or that. We're going to do this or that, and it's interior design edition. And no overthinking. You're just your first impulse answer.
Okay, let's go.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Minimalism or maximalism?
Oh, this is such a tough one because again, glamalistic is both. For right now, maximalism.
Right. Same. Neutrals or bold colors?
Bold.
Always.
Yeah.
Marble or quartz?
Marble.
Duh. Vintage or modern?
Vintage with modern accents because it's glamalistic.
Right.
Yeah.
Open shelving or hidden storage?
Hidden storage.
Yeah, that's The open
I'll tell you why, because I collect so much shit and I don't like
Yeah.
to see things out.
No.
And then when they're misplaced, little bit of
Some
shelving.
touch of it.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Statement lighting or statement furniture?
Ooh, statement lighting because it's like the jewelry for the room.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, you're right. Rugs or bare floors?
Rugs.
And layered.
But area rugs, not wall-to-wall
No,
rugs.
no.
Yeah.
No wall-to-wall.
Yeah.
Wallpaper or paint?
Wallpaper.
Traditional or modern?
My house is both. Right now, more traditional.
Yeah. Cozy and layered or sleek and sculptural?
Cozy and layered.
Matte finishes or high gloss?
Matte.
Kitchen island or breakfast nook?
Kitchen island.
Walk-in closet or spa bathroom?
Walk-in closet.
Both.
I mean, it's both.
Art you find while traveling or art you find from local artists? So that's hard, yeah.
This one's hard because, so like art, we collect cars and watches and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You collect art.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing.
It is,
so it
yeah.
has to be like a reputable artist, where they're going in their career, all
Right.
the things. But I love traveling. We just don't know if they're ever,
Right.
but it's special to you. So you're curating
And
something
you're
that's
taking a chance.
collected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kelly Wersler or McLean Design?
Kelly Wessler.
Right. Okay. I literally, the next, you're coming again. We're doing a wellness talk on chakras. You're incredible.
You're incredible.
Aligned on everything, and you've been and continue to be an inspiration.
You too.
In my career, in my personal life, everything.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank you for your real stories. And to everyone following Vanessa at VDA_designs, stay tuned for her furniture collection. And thank you for sipping tea with us today.
Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.